What's up, my people? We are back for another day. We are going to backtest. So today is Saturday, May 10th, and we are 1:30 p.m. So let's get just right into it. Okay, so we are backtesting session 1 on this pair, this session that has the Nasdaq. I was wondering if we could add another pair and backtest that other pair, but let me focus for Nasdaq for now. Maybe next week I'll probably try backtesting the others. So let's do backtesting for Nas as well. And if you enjoy the video, don't keep it to yourself. So let me remove the drawings. Okay, so daily showing bullish. These were the times where Nas was pumping as high as it could. We are dropping. We are currently in the daily is currently in a fair value gap, and I think you can notice it right here. We've got this volume imbalance right here, and we also can have this fair value gap right here, which the market currently is in. So we can anticipate market reaction from it and a push higher to these levels. And when you go to the weekly a bit, you can see that this week started by taking out the high of this one. So maybe we might rebalance a bit. We never know. We'll see. It will depend on how the week will react, and then it will push higher. So basically that was all. Let's get to the 4 hour now. So I think, will we call this top 10 because I started with the daily, went to the weekly, then it's like we started from the weekly, daily, then 4 hour. So on the 4 hour we can see a good fair value gap reaction right here. This fair value gap dropped into it and started pushing, and you can also see that there's another block right here, but I like to draw my levels when you reach to the 2 hour or the 1 hour. So first of all, we have buy side. This is the recent high created, so we've got buy side from the 2 hour. BSL, then we've got sell side right here. So let's go to the 1 hour now. So after this, what would we anticipate? Well, it will depend on what the market is showing us. So we know most of the times it likes to fill these volume imbalances. We've got sell side. We failed to break this high after reaction from this high time frame fair value gap. So we might anticipate a small drop, maybe until we reach this order block right here. You can see that we didn't tap into it, so it will depend on how the market will react, because currently it's in New York session. So we see an opportunity, we can take it. So on the 30 minute we can see a reaction off of this massive fair value gap, and 15 minute still showing the same thing. So basically in the 45 I would like to map this. So let's go on the 1 hour. I think it was clearer there. Yeah, this will be right here, and this is liquidity the market will be targeting. So sweeping out this liquidity and then hitting this order block and push higher. So we've got an order block right here. So it's 2HOB. Alright, so let's go to the 15 minute now. So you can see reaction from this fair value gap, drop, and a fair value gap retracement. We can enter off of that. So you can see a small fair value gap right in here. Was it respected? Not that much. So that's why you would disregard it. But at 9:30, after 9:30, this was the first presented fair value gap at 9:30. You can see prices bouncing around it. So let's see how this goes. Okay. So it's going shop here. Wanted a fair value gap. I would have entered on this one, but this one is not giving me the exact confirmation I want. The confirmations I wanted is that it respects it to the fullest, such that these candles close inside of the gap, and it didn't, except if it did on the 1 minute. But I really don't want to trade on the 1 minute, so I'm afraid I won't be taking this. But before we go far, so 5 minutes on the 1 minute, it's showing a fair value gap reaction here, and on the 5 minute you can see it's not that valid, but there's this gap. So maybe 1 minute will serve as confirmation, so we could enter. Let's see, I think I might enter this one. We sell right here, TP above the close of this candle. Then we just want to target this sell side liquidity here. So let's see if this one works out. And boom, first stop out, then go in our direction, so we should have waited. But you can see now we've created a fair value gap, didn't close. Okay, you can see in the end it went into our direction. So what was wrong? It was the end time of the entry. Let's go to 15 minutes and see if we could get an entry. Well, apparently not. We didn't get one. But sell side has been taken out as we had anticipated. So one wrong thing we learned from this one is we entered at the wrong time. We should have stuck to our rules and wait for a fair value gap retracement, a solid fair value gap retracement, and maybe this one would have been a valid one. I wonder why we didn't, but no problems. Let's see. Okay, it's pushing high in the PM session, and I think let me download this one. Let's go to 15. So you can see when liquidity has been already taken, market wouldn't even want to push to the block sometimes because the order block is the whole series of down close candles. So let's go to 30 now. Okay, so you've got a sweep right here. Now you can see it started to push higher, and on the 5 minute you can see that we have a shift in structure, shift and a shift. So if we can get a fair value gap retracement, then that will be a good one. So we've got a market structure shift, and can wait for a retracement, healthy retracement to fair value gap. So maybe let's wait for this one or anyone from there, and then target buy side. To really give us an entry on the 5 minute. Out of session almost about to end, so not a good one. Maybe let's wait for this day to provide an entry. Balance starting to, and we still have buy side right here. It will be taken out, and boom, was taken out just right after I saved it. Could be 30 minutes now. You can see that there was a bit of consolidation here, and since buy side has been taken, now we can anticipate some newer levels of liquidity to be taken or new liquidity to be generated. So when it's New York in a few minutes. New York will start somewhere here. So let's see what the open does. The open drops us very low, crazy open, really crazy open. Okay, and after we can see that took out this liquidity now. Well, we didn't get an entry at this one. This is the next point of liquidity, and we have buy side which was taken out from the upmost high. We've got some fair value gaps retraced into the fair value gap, which coincides with a breaker, small breaker right here. So should we anticipate to sell? Maybe. And then if we would sell, we will be looking for levels such as this one and maybe reaching the order block fully. Let's see if you can target that. So it's currently the open, it's 10:30, and 5 minute you can see that we retraced into this fair value gap. So I think our entry will be good here. Another sell entry. It's just a bullish narrative because we plan to go higher after reacting to this order block, and then we have a bearish bias. Yeah. Come on, weak out. Another loss. The 5 minute. So it started consolidating now. Suppose go to the 4H. The 4 is showing that it's dropping a bit. So I think this will provide a good sell. But I'm still in for some sells in case market starts showing some downward movement. I think it's giving good trades to scalpers, but unfortunately I don't scalp. So we didn't drop to our OB, but it respected this gap right here. 5 minute fair value gap. See, it came here, dropped, and created the fair value gap. It's respected it, so we missed this one, but it's a good one. And still on the 5 minute, let's see what the market does and we can react. Okay, a good push okay, we can expect a good push to this point now. And what day is this? Friday, 9th June. Thank God this wouldn't be an FP. Okay, it's consolidating and dropping a bit. How does the 4 hour look like? We've got buy side here and buy side here, so maybe we might anticipate it to be taken. We might anticipate to push higher and take buy side, or at least take sell side in this period of consolidation. So 15. There is something clean. You can see that. So I was about to say that when you look closely on the 30 minute, you can see that there is a small application of the standard deviation, but that then will be a bit trade that will take a bit longer. But you can see that we've got a low here, So took out this liquidity. Then this low was also taken out by this false move, which means we might have a push to the upside. There might be an incoming push from this high to this low, which means we might expect to reach this level and then later this one. Let me mark them. This one and this one are our fib levels depending on this low, because it's obvious that this low is strong. It wasn't taken out for this whole choppy move. So 15 minute. Well, before we go on the 15 minute, you can see on the 1 hour there's a fair value gap right here, hasn't yet been retraced to, and 15 minute now. Let's see if we get an entry here. So what I'm currently practicing is to see no trade days and trade days, because well, I can look for an entry, but then when I don't know what would make me look for an entry. Well, I continue looking at the charts until I convince myself that there is one. So I'm really trying to teach myself how to say that maybe this is not a trade day according to what I see. So let me build the conviction through backtesting then. So we can see a huge push, small push. No, not yet. It's still London session. It's gonna start here. New York's gonna start here. Yeah. And yeah, let's play it and see. Relatively equal lows. See them? Relatively equal lows. Yep, taken out. You see that wick? Crazy one. See? Relative equal lows. Swept out. Right here. Boom. Clear. Good and clear. And after that we got a shift in structure in here. Is the 15 minutes showing anything else? For now, nothing else. So if you can get a fair value of retracement, we might take a short buy until this level. Drop into here, to this one. But I think this one would be considered a valid drop. Well, it hasn't reached inside yet to the fair value gap yet, but I think that would be a good place to enter, just right here. So let's take a buy here. Top loss in the low. TP here at 2R. Let's play it and see. Wow, crazy losing streak. Crazy losing streak. Okay, another loser trade. Download the image. It's New York session still on Friday. So what did we miss on the conviction? 15 minutes now. Okay, high taken out. Shift. And boom. Strongest low that we had also taken out. Well, crazy trade day. Crazy, literally crazy trade day. So will this be a market maker sell model? I'm not sure. It's really choppy. So yeah, we'll keep backtesting, and I guess that was all for today. 3 crazy losses, and until we meet again, Lord willing, be safe.